Mr. President, we have a third reading measure online. I move that we vote on third reading Senate Bill number 1563 under, yes, Senate Bill number 1563, Mr. President. I so move.
Any objection? Hearing none. Consideration is in order. The Secretary will read the title of the measure and conduct a roll call vote.
Senate Bill number 1563, an act lowering the minimum height requirement for applicants, the Philippine National Police, PNP, Bureau of Fire Protection, BFP, Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, BJMP, and Bureau of Correction, BUCOR, amending Republic Act number 6975 as amended, Republic Act number 9263, and Republic Act number 10575, and for other purposes. Roll call vote. The Honorable Senators Angara, Dinay, Cayetano, De Lima, De La Rosa, Filon, Gatchalian, Go,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yes.
Manifest daw si Senator Tito after this.
Okay.
Lacson,
Wala mo lang ako sasabihin, di ba?
Pacquiao, Pangilinan, the third, Poe,
Yes.
Recto, Revilla,
Yes.
Tolentino, Villanueva, Villar,
Yes.
Yes, Ibiri,
Yes.
With 23 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, Senate Bill 1563 is approved on third reading. Congratulations, Senator De La Rosa.
Mr. President, I believe Senator De La Rosa would like to make a manifestation. May we recognize Senator Ronald Bato De La Rosa.
Ronald De La Rosa is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President and Majority Leader. I would like to express my utmost gratitude to the principal author of the bill, Senator Suberi, and to the other co-authors, Senate President Soto III, Senators Lacson, Tolentino, Pacquiao, Revilla, Gatchalian, Go, Villanueva, and Marcos. Today, we translate into practice the credo of our former President Ramon A. Magsaysay, who was also a former member of the Philippine Army. And I quote, "I believe that he who has less in life should have more in law." Indeed, Mr. President, with the passage today of Senate Bill number 1563 or the PNP, BFP, BGMP, and Bucor Height Equality Bill, which we hope will soon be enacted into law, we give more in law to those who have less in height. We make an important contribution in addressing the existing social inequality for those who have not been gifted with towering height. It has often been said that we are all created in God's likeness. Unfortunately, those who are not blessed with height are almost always discriminated against in biblical proportions. Who could ever forget the story of David, who vanquished Goliath, a much larger and taller opponent? Today, as in biblical times, we learn an important lesson. The limitation in height will always be compensated by the abundance in heart and spirit. Legislated requirements restrict our vertically challenged countrymen in their desire to serve as law enforcers, firemen, jail officers, and correction officers. If we continue to allow physical attributes as basis of entry into government service, and if, as legislators, we have only done so little to change this practice, are we not shortchanging our people, the Filipinos, who give us our legislative mandate? Sa araw na ito, pinatunayan natin na tayong mga senador ay hinalal upang ipagtanggol ang maliliit. literally and figuratively. Mr. President, our people expect no shortcomings from us. Indeed, there is no tall order that cannot be conquered. Maraming salamat po sa pagbibigay ninyo ng pag-asa at oportunidad para sa mga nakararami nating kababayan upang makapaglingkod ng tapat at buong puso sa bayan. Maraming salamat po, Sir President.
Thank you. Senator De La Rosa, is this your first bill or this is second or third? This is your first bill that you...
Second, Mr. President.
Second, all right. But I think we should congratulate you because you just yesterday you had your first grandchild.
Thank you, Mr. President. Lolo na po ako.
Lolo ka na.
Certified lolo na, Mr. President.
Lolo ba to?
Lolo ba to? Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Mr. President, just a manifestation on the
Cayetano is recognized. Senator Cayetano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. My manifestation might have been better made during the period of interpellation, but nevertheless, I would just like to put it on record. Let me congratulate the good sponsor. But I would like to make a recommendation that when he passionately talked about the discrimination that people who are short experience, I thought it best to also spread into the record that this is something that could be addressed partly. Of course, some of it is genetic, but partly by intervention, nutritional intervention. So perhaps the PNP and all the other similar law enforcement agencies could make it, I don't know if it would be their advocacy or something like their CSR, to look into feeding programs, because a lot of the stunted growth is also the advocacy of our dear birthday girl, Senator Grace. A lot of the stunted growth can be pinpointed in certain regions of our country are very much known for stunted growth, and the intervention has to happen from the start of pregnancy and in the early years, during the childhood years. I want to share my experience. I went to I did a marathon many years ago in half marathon in Leyte, and I was a little bit surprised because I've joined so many races, but I found that the people there were, I'm tall to begin with, but I also feel not discriminated, but I feel out of place when I'm so tall and everyone is shorter than me. And it was one of those places that I found out later on really had stunted growth. I think a lot came from the Samar province also. So anyway, I'm putting that on record because there can be timely interventions there, and perhaps a good sponsor would like to include that in his advocacies or to share that with his former colleagues in the PNP. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. President, the suggestion of the lady from Patero Santagig is very much welcome by this representation. Maraming salamat po, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for that. The Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. We just like to congratulate once again the good gentleman from Davao del Sur for a job well done. A lot of people now can join the police force and will not be discriminated upon by their height alone or being vertically challenged. Congratulations, sir, for sponsoring this measure successfully. And to all our colleagues who voted in favor as well.